What is up, my Poke Peeps? Ian here, back again, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. Today's battle is with a guy I met on the Zat Chat, the Pokemon Zat Chat. I don't know what it's called for reals, but it was a cool battle. I think his name was Xavier. Funny thing is, I was like revamping this team all day, looking for... I started with like lower tier guys, but in the end everyone was using standard that I was battling, so I ended up just switching to higher tier guys myself. Then I met this guy, and he had a bunch of lower tier guys, and I was like, shit. But oh well. It was a pretty interesting battle anyway, so let's get into it. Gonna lead with my Hamo Swine, my Hamo Whammo Mammo Swine. And I'm going to go for the Endeavor, thinking he's going to be slower. But in fact, I'm slower. Or I'm faster, I should say. And he cross-chops me. But then, as I set up my Stealth Rocks, thinking, you know, he's just going to kill my Hamo Swine, he reveals he has the Submission. In addition to the cross-chop, which I thought was weird from the get-go, because, you know, why run cross-chop when, you know, Dynamic Punch, is the way to go. But, kind of weirded out by his Machamp build, but whatevs. Gonna go into Robert Downey Jr. here as he goes into a Superior, and I'm hoping he's physical. I'm praying. And looky there, he is. And I'm packing the Fire Blast. So, ho skippity Jim Jim, I am like praising Jesus at this point. Get that crit. Probably didn't matter so much. I didn't do a damage calc because I don't give a shit, but I'm thinking, you know, Superior, his Serp's got the low Spec D. And he's going to go into his Chew right here, and I'm going to switch into Booyah Pete, anticipating the T-Bolt, and it works for me. And he's going to switch out right here, go into his Armaldo. And his Armaldo is gonna get owned by some rocks and then take an earthquake like my grandma. And my grandma is frail and old, so her and Armaldo are gonna die from this earthquake. Grandma! Rest in peace. She never did make it out of that San Fernando earthquake. Anyway, gonna go into Downey Jr. right here. Perfect counter for this Machamp, and he reveals to me he also has a Dynamic Punch, so I'm like, what the fuck? He's packing 3 fighting moves on this guy as of now. I'm thinking his last move's got to be like Ice Punch, something, I don't know. But he's going to switch into Magmortar right here, who also gets owned by the rocks, and I break through the confusion and scald him, so yeah. Oh. My predictions are working pretty well for me in this battle. And anticipating the T-Bolt, I'm going to go back into Hamo Whammo, and he's going to go for it. And I'm going to just go for the Ice Shard, so hooray! Hamo Mammo gets a last opportunity to shine, and it's beautiful. He's going to go back into the Chew right here, though, and I'm gonna think I'm faster, and I am. And I Endeavor him down to 1 HP. And he reveals he has the Grass Knot with a Grass Gem. So I'm like, whoa, who runs Grass Gem Raichus? Like, for reals. But it's alright, because I got the Choice Scarf Shao Kahn, because you can't escape him. And I'm just gonna Aura Sphere him. I knew he probably had the Lightning Rod. In hindsight, probably should have gone for HP Ice, knowing he's got that Dragonite, but he's going to send out his Machamp right here again. And as I go into Robert Downey Jr., he goes for the Focus Blast. And I'm like, WTF barbecue sauce. You're running a motherfucking special attack in Machamp. You are a Machamp. You get high fives. I was just like, wow. Quad fighting attack Machamp with a special attack? That's redunculosis. Especially since I don't know why you'd ever want to run submission under any circumstances. Under any circumstances. And if anyone gets that strange, like, has anyone seen that commercial, like, Barry Feinstein and Affiliates, BC? He's an attorney, extremely Jewish attorney that's just like, I will not let my clients suffer under any circumstances. Any circumstances. But whatever. Going back to the battle. Gonna send in my Raikou on his Outrage. His Outrage is gonna bring me down to 26, does a buttload, but I live and I can counter with the Scarfed HP Ice, take out his Dragonite. Just gonna fodder out Raikou right here. Go for the HP Ice. Does a lot to his Machampster. But, oh, I even get a crit. My bad! But this is gonna basically be the game, folks, because I'm gonna go into Booyah, and I'm gonna finish off his Machamp with the Zen Headbutt. So, Booyah! Fun game, Xavier. I really enjoyed it. If you guys like this, please give me a rate, a like, or a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Check out my channel, check out my face, and peace out. Where's the stop button?